Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, you walk every morning, you eat right, maybe even do a little yoga, your body still feels weaker than it used to? The stairs seem steeper, the grocery bags feel heavier, and that chair you used to stand on so easily now makes you hesitate for a moment. I've seen that story so many times, not just as a doctor who's worked with hundreds of older adults here in California, but as a son who's watched his own parents slowly lose the strength they once took for granted. It's not your fault, and it's not just getting old. What you're feeling has a name: sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. It doesn't announce itself with pain. It just quietly takes away your balance, your energy, your independence, one small piece at a time. Many of my patients ask me the same question. Doctor, I take magnesium every night. Why am I still losing strength? For years, I thought magnesium was the key too. But science and experience have taught me something different. Your body isn't a machine that runs on a single part. It's a symphony. And to bring back strength, you can't rely on one instrument alone. You need harmony, nutrients that work together at the right time in the right rhythm. Tonight, I want to share a simple truth that changed the lives of many of my patients, and maybe it can change yours too. It's about 2 small vitamins that can quietly rebuild your strength while you sleep. 2 nutrients that turn your nighttime rest into a powerful act of healing. I like to call them the 2 silent friends of life after 60. They don't promise miracles. They don't make headlines. But if you give them the chance, they can give you back something far more precious than youth: the feeling of being strong again. You know, a lot of people believe that as long as they take their vitamins, they're doing the right thing. But here's what most don't realize. Sometimes it's not what you take, it's when you take it. That timing can make the difference between feeling truly restored or waking up tired every morning. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood ones, the B complex. It's great for energy, brain health, and the heart. But at night, it's like drinking an espresso before bed. I had a patient once, her name was Susan, 64 years old, who couldn't figure out why she was restless every night. She told me, "Doctor, I don't drink coffee after lunch. I've stopped sugar, but I still can't sleep." So I asked, "Do you take any supplements before bed?" She said proudly, "Oh yes, I take my B vitamins. They're good for the nerves." I smiled, because what she didn't know was that B vitamins activate the nervous system. They spark it up. 3 weeks later, after moving her B complex to the morning, she came back with a huge smile. "Doctor," she said, "I sleep like a baby now, and when I wake up, I feel 10 years younger." Sometimes health isn't about adding more. It's about doing the right thing at the right hour. Then there's vitamin C, everyone's favorite immune booster. It keeps us healthy, protects against colds, and supports glowing skin. But here's something most people never hear. Vitamin C also gives a small energy lift, a gentle push to your metabolism. That's great during the day, not so great at night. I remember an older gentleman, Mr. Allen, who used to take his vitamin C right before bed because he thought, well, vitamins can't hurt. But he kept waking up at 3 a.m., tossing and turning. When he started taking it with breakfast instead, his nights became peaceful again. See, it's not that vitamin C is bad. It's simply a daytime friend. Let it work with the sunshine, with your meals, with your energy. Nighttime belongs to quiet, to slow rhythms, to the body's natural repair. And then there's caffeine, our dear companion and sometimes our sweetest enemy. A cup of coffee in the morning? Beautiful. But after 2 p.m., it becomes a thief of rest. Even if you drink it mid-afternoon, half of that caffeine is still active in your body at bedtime. I once had a friend, Robert, 72 years old, loved his afternoon coffee. He told me, "If I give that up, what joy is left?" I laughed and said, "You don't have to give it up. Just move it earlier. And after lunch, switch to chamomile tea." 2 weeks later, he called me, amazed. "I can't believe it. I'm sleeping deeper, and I wake up ready to move again." That's the power of timing. You don't need to change your life. You just need to listen to your body's rhythm. Morning is for energy. Night is for healing. If you honor that rhythm, your body will always thank you. I like to think of the body as a garden.
Even at 3 p.m.,
each vitamin is a
caffeine
seed.
still
If
lingers.
you plant it in the wrong season, it struggles, but plant it in the right one and it blooms effortlessly. At night, when you rest, two particular gardeners start their quiet work: vitamin D3 and zinc. D3 opens the door to muscle repair, while zinc fuels that process, supporting hormones like testosterone that help rebuild strength. They don't shout, they don't promise miracles, they simply work, slowly, faithfully, every single night. And one morning, you'll notice it. Your steps feel lighter, your knees ache less. You rise from your chair without thinking twice. That's not luck. That's the quiet victory of small, wise choices repeated over time. One of my patients, Ellen, 70 years old, once told me, "Doctor, I don't need to live forever. I just want to wake up and stand on my own 2 feet." That sentence stays with me, because that's what real health after 60 is about. Not fighting time, but living wisely with it. So tonight, don't fight your body. Work with it. Let the evening be peaceful. Let your vitamins be simple, and let vitamin D3 and zinc do their quiet, beautiful work while you dream. When people talk about health after 60, they often think of hospitals, pills, and test results. But after more than 20 years of working with older adults, I've learned something far simpler and far deeper. Good health doesn't start in a clinic. It starts in the quiet choices you make at home every single day. I've seen people who once believed their best years were behind them. They thought losing strength was just part of aging, that weakness was inevitable. But then, they made small changes. They started taking vitamin D3 and zinc at night, drinking less caffeine, moving a little earlier, sleeping a little deeper. And slowly, something changed. They didn't just get stronger, they became themselves again, the confident, capable, joyful version of who they used to be. I'll never forget an old man named Harold, 74. He held my hand once and said, "Doctor, I never imagined that sleeping well could stop my hands from shaking. I can climb stairs again. I feel like I got a few extra years, not to exist, but to live." That's when it hit me. Sometimes the true strength of the human body doesn't come from gyms or medicines. It comes from rest, patience, and the wisdom to let the body heal itself.
The little bear
Your
cub
body
yawned
is not broken.
and snuggled closer
It's just
to his
waiting
mother.
for you to listen. It doesn't ask for much, only rhythm, kindness, and consistency. When you place your vitamins on the bedside table, that simple act, you're not just taking care of your muscles, you're whispering to your body, "I still care about you. I still want to walk with you a little longer." Picture this with me. It's early morning. The sun peeks through your curtains.
I feel like I got a
You open
few
your
extra
eyes after a
years,
deep,
not to
peaceful
exist,
sleep.
but
You
to
stretch
live.
your arms, stand up, and your legs feel steady. You walk to the kitchen, make your cup of tea, and take a deep breath. Nothing in the world has changed, but you have, because you feel alive again. That's what your body gives back when you treat it gently. Not youth, but vitality. Not speed, but stability. Not perfection, but peace. I know sometimes the world of health feels overwhelming. So many voices telling you what to do, what not to do. But the truth is simpler than all that. Your body already knows what it needs. You just have to give it the chance. If your mornings feel heavy, if your nights are restless, if your strength feels like it's fading, don't see it as a loss. See it as an invitation to start again, one peaceful night at a time. Before we end today, I want you to remember this. Your 60s and 70s are not the end of your story. They're the season of wisdom. It's not about fighting time. It's about living in harmony with it. Because strength isn't measured by how much you lift, but by how deeply you live. So tonight, turn off your phone a little earlier. Dim the lights. Take a deep breath. Drink a glass of warm water. Take your vitamin D3 and zinc and let your body do what it was designed to do. Heal itself. If this message resonated with you, if it reminded you that your body still holds power, please hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you love. Because sometimes healing begins not with medicine, but with a simple reminder that you still can. I'm Dr. Sun, and I believe that health isn't a destination. It's a disjoint, a gentle, graceful journey that we're all walking together with wisdom, gratitude, and hope. May you sleep deeply tonight and wake up tomorrow feeling stronger, lighter, and more alive than you've felt in years. See you in the next video.